You know, as we approach the age of 65, we start thinking about Medicare. I mean, it's part of life. And you wondered, okay, Medicare, one thing, I just got to get on. Not necessarily so. There's actually different options having to deal with Medicare. So we have brought in Larry Wolf from HealthMarkets to kind of educate us. How are you?
I'm doing well this morning. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being on the show here. And I guess, I mean, I did. I thought, you know, it's Medicare, you get on Medicare, that's it. But that's not necessarily true. If you would first, though, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I have actually retired from the news, not the news, from the advertising world for the Sun Herald across the street. I was in that business for 18.5 years. In 2012, I decided I wanted to look into insurance. And I discovered that I have an aptitude for that. I like to help people. I don't have to push myself because I do have retirement, but I like to service people and I enjoy what I do. HealthMarkets is an agency, it's a broker agency, it represents over 160 different insurance companies.
There's that many?
There's that many.
Wow.
That includes health insurance, life insurance, long-term care insurance, just about any type of insurance that has to do with health. Okay? What I'd like to talk to you about this morning, though, is the Medicare.
Okay.
Medicare is confusing to most people. First thing is, I want to explain that not only do I represent all of the companies that service this area for Medicare, I have Medicare myself. I've had Medicare the last 4 years. My wife's had Medicare the last 5 years. And my mother's had Medicare the last 23 years.
Well, I know I'll be coming up on it here in about 6 years myself.
6 years.
And I know, you know, again, I would think, well, okay, you just sign up for Medicare, and I'm still working. I'll have Medicare, and I'll have health insurance here as well. So double coverage.
In that case, you would have several options, whether to keep your current health care or move on to say you retired. Then you would want to go, of course, go into full Medicare.
Right.
Medicare starts either on your 65th birthday, the start of the month of your 65th birthday, or any time thereafter. A lot of it depends on how old you are and what you want. Now, for example, Medicare, everybody thinks, well, just Medicare, I get my hospital and my doctor's taken care of. Well, that's true, but it's not true. Actually, Medicare pays 80% of the bills, the medical bills that you would receive.
Right.
The other 20% under original Medicare, you will be responsible for. Now, there are different ways that you can approach Medicare. For example, all the insurance companies in this marketplace offer regular Medicare. In other words, you get regular Medicare, you get A, which is your hospital, B, which is your doctor. That normally runs, I understand for 2016, it's going to be about $150 a month. That is mandatory, okay, to have A and B. Now, from that point, if you've got A and B, you've got 80% of your costs covered. What about the other 20%? There's several ways we can approach that. One is keep the regular or original Medicare A and B and buy a supplement. A supplement will pay either some of or all of that 20%. Now, if you go that direction, you'll also need to buy what they call a Plan D, which is prescription coverage.
Right.
Okay. Prescription coverages range from $20 up. All the insurance companies have what they call PDP or Plan D policies for people who want to keep original Medicare, want to buy a supplement to pick up that 20%, and then have a prescription. Now, if you don't, let's say you decided that, well, let's assume you were a veteran.
Okay.
Okay, you can buy A and B and get D through the Veterans Administration.
Right.
Okay, as long as that goes on. But now, if you ever drop your VA, you must then get D, or you'll be fined. After 2 years, if you haven't picked up a drug plan, the Center for Medical Services, CMS, which regulates all of Medicare, will fine you. And it's 1% fine against the amount of money you pay for your Medicare. So I would urge people to make sure they understand that there is a fine if you don't take the prescription. Okay. The second way you can do it is you can actually buy a Medicare Advantage policy. All of the companies in our market, which is, we've got Humana, we've got United Healthcare, we've got Cigna, and we've got Aetna. Those are the four majors that service our market area. And that would be all the way from Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana.
Okay.
I'm licensed personally in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, so I service all three of those states. Private companies offer a Medicare Advantage policy. What Medicare Advantage policy is you don't lose your Medicare, but the insurance company takes over the management of your A and your B. Okay. Now remember, Medicare doesn't have a D. They don't have a prescription policy, so you're still there with A and B. However, most insurance companies will cover the prescription drug, Plan D, on that policy at no extra charge.
Well, that's good.
Yes. The 20% that you were concerned about, for example, in 2011, I had esophageal cancer. My bill was in excess of $800,000 because there was complications. Now, if I didn't have either a Medicare Advantage policy or a supplement, I would be looking out to pay around $160,000. Now, I don't think many of us we've got $160,000 laying around that we can pay that. Okay. As it turned out, I had a Medicare Advantage policy which has a maximum amount of pocket. The maximum out of pocket on most Medicare Advantage policies is $6,700.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Big difference from $160,000. Now, so if you go that direction, it's going to give you some other benefits as well. It's going to give you gym benefits. There's a lot of benefits it gets. I urge you to give me a call. We're getting close. Now, I can't talk to anybody about Medicare till October 1.
Okay.
Okay. I can't actually enroll anybody until October 15th. That's by law. But you can certainly give me a call and we can set up an appointment and see what you've got and see which way you want to go.
And you cover the entire?
I cover all of Alabama, Mississippi and Louisiana. Yes, sir.
And you have offices all over the place?
We have offices in Gulfport. We have offices in Baton Rouge. We have offices in Metairie. We've got offices everywhere.
Okay.
I would like to leave my name and number if you're interested.
Well, tell you what, matter of fact, it's on the screen. Name and number and everything's on the screen there. If you have some questions or anything, you'd like to set up an appointment, be sure you call Mr. Wolf at HealthMarkets here on the Gulf Coast, and he'll be glad to answer any questions that you have about Medicare.